like everyone else who wasn't here seems to suggest it was not. It was fine. All right. Cool. I'll just. You alright? You alright? Cool. Cool. I just wait for confirmation that we're actually working and everything's fine before we start like chatting away. Apparently it's a flash issue. Load. Okay. So for those of you that I don't know, this is Dem0n, the Quake Live player.
Yeah.
Quake 3?
I played Quake 3.
And did you play Quake 2 and Quake World?
I started Quake with Quake 2 in Cyberbus.
Okay.
But then I wanted to buy Quake 2 after my experience in a Cyberbus. I only found Quake 3, and that was it. And I got hooked on.
Yeah. So recently, there's been a bit of a dip in terms of Quake, in terms of just being a international esport, and there's really only QuakeCon at the moment that's big, and then there's 125 FPS Cups, which are obviously online, which aren't LANs. So I kind of wanted to ask, like, what are your thoughts and feelings about LANs like this, and maybe pushing Quake back into this kind of environment?
I think it's great that I can still, play some Quake on LAN, because already there's only like just QuakeCon, and then there's gonna be some people pushing for Quake in some tournaments like this one.
Yeah.
Some competitive LANs or whatever. And the only way that those work is that people try to, the community tries to help just by viewing or watching, at least.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a shame that like a lot of players didn't manage to make it and dropped out. But I think some of the players that we do have are quite good. Obviously, like there's quite a big gap between you and the rest of the field. But I think there's some fairly good players within the thing. It's not all completely new players, which is quite nice.
Actually, Shot was a very good player.
Oh.
Still is, I think. He was playing for the Belgian TDM team.
Oh, okay.
Back in the days, and I think I played with him as well.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes in European Cups.
So might be a good final then if you and Shot are... I think it's Zyphos and Shot, if they make it...
I actually don't know about Shot's shape right now.
Yeah. But he seems, from what we've seen today, it seemed to be pretty good.
Yes, but I think Zyphos is the better jeweler. So, because as Zyphos said himself, that Shot only knows CTN.
Ah,
That's
okay.
going to be a problem.
Yeah. So if there's a map pool of 5 maps, and is it 5 or 7?
7, I think.
7 maps. 7 map pool? 7 map pool, and it's only 1, so not great. So the games you played today, you've obviously gone through them quite easy. Do you want to talk about them at all, or like your thoughts? Maybe like even like if you're speaking to the players, if you're coaching them right now, what would you say about the games and how you played against them, and what you think they could maybe work on if you could do that?
The people I played against?
Yeah.
I don't think they're trying to get really good, to get to a competitive level. I mean, I think they're just there to have fun, and I think that's great. But if they really want to improve, I think they just have to play.
Just play lots and lots.
Like Fatality said, like practice, and maybe watch demos. I didn't do that much. I think that's why I took so much time to get this good, because I only played. I mean, if I analyze my game more and watch demos, that could help as well.
Yeah.
I think people should do that, and there are plenty of tip videos on YouTube from pros like DDK or ex-pros.
Yeah.
And Too Good as well. So I think there are stuff they can learn from there.
Yeah. And hopefully, like in the future, what would be quite nice to see is more kind of online cups aimed at like lower level players, because something that's kind of missing at the moment is for players of this kind of level to actually play competitively. Because I think it's easier to improve as a player if you've got something to aim for. I don't know about you, but like if you've got like a QuakeCon or something like that coming up, is it much easier to like motivate yourself to get improved for that?
Yeah, obviously the more competition there is, more incentive there is to play and get better.
Yeah.
I think right now that's why it's not gonna be so good. Like it's a bad period for Quake right
Yeah.
now. It's probably the worst one. Yeah, that's all I can say.
But,
We need more competition.
Yeah, more competition's good. So
And probably maybe more competition for amateurs.
yeah. I mean, in order to get a good pro scene, you need a good amateur scene, I think.
Casual players.
Yeah, and just really
Trying
get
to
into the
better.
game. So if you guys are out there, get more people to watch the game. Organise tournaments, guys. All of you. Where's the camera? Yeah, you. Sitting there doing nothing. What else was I going to ask? Oh, QuakeCon, how was it? Tell us about it.
Actually, it was kind of a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think that we had a huge shot in both TDM and CTF.
Yeah.
We kind of crumbled in TDM.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was my fault on well, we had to play MD.
Yeah.
On TDM on the first day, and I think it was my fault on the first map we played that we didn't win because I played like real crap there, and it was still a close game. So
Yeah.
I had that feeling that it was me dragging them down. But then I had a great game on Ragnarok, the second map,
Mm-hmm.
and then we only lost by a couple of frags as well. So kind of redeemed myself there. But I think really if I played better, or I don't know, really it was so close and closer than people think. Because everyone will remember the winner, but we were so close to MD.
Yeah.
Could have been a toss-up really. And CTF as well, we were leading on the third map. We decided if we won that map, then we could have won the tournament as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Actually.
I mean, it was nice to have like the Tri-Wizard, the Tri-Master tournament where like all these different game modes were showcased because there's been a lot of rumblings about how Quake is too focused on duel and actually the other game modes are really good. Like, what are your thoughts about CTF and TDM in a nutshell, competitively? Do you think they've not been exposed as much as they should have been, or?
Well, yeah, probably they haven't been. Like, I love duel as well, so it doesn't matter for me, but I think that Tri-Master tournament showed that people have a lot of interest in team games as well.
Yeah.
Because it was really, I mean, so many teams showed up and so much competition going on. So many teams had a shot at winning. So many players attended, and we actually discovered players as well. We discovered teams, that Brazilian team that won a map of MD.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that Tri-Master tournament actually came too late. Maybe.
Yeah. It's not too late yet. It's still got life in it. It's still got life.
Yeah, there's still going to be a Quake on there. I don't know what it's going to be. So.
Yeah. Well, I think there's rumblings about having a Quake World Tournament there, which would be interesting.
There's some quad tournament. Like,
yeah.
A few years ago.
Yeah, that might be interesting. Looking at the future, now there's another game by ID on Horizon called Doom. Do you have any opinions on the Have you played the multiplayer? I assume you have.
I have tried at QuakeCon, actually.
Yeah. How is it? That you can talk about, obviously.
The thing is, we had 5 minutes to try it, each of us, and my sense, I didn't know if I could change the sensitivity on the
Yeah.
And it was like 1 centimeter 360. I couldn't play.
Yeah.
But actually, I could imagine it being like optimal for my setup and everything. And I think the game looked great and seemed kind of fast enough for my liking. Not as fast as Quake, but it's not going to happen anyway.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's being designed for consoles and for PC, so it's more. It feels a little bit like Halo meets Quake in terms of the actual combat.
I actually don't know enough of Doom. I really only tried, and there's only like small content that they let us play on. So just one map and a few weapons. But I think it's promising. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be if they push it in terms of esports, it'll be interesting to see 1v1 duel back in like the limelight, because it's going to take a big publisher like either ID or even Epic to really push 1v1 duel back into like the mainstream esports, and maybe that will create more room for games like Reflex and these new like indie developed arena FPS games, more space to actually find a market, which I think would be quite good.
Apart from, I mean, the only FPS out there actually is ECS, but that's not a fast FPS anyway. But there's a lack of real good arena FPS that could reboost the genre to competitive gaming. So yeah, maybe Doom will do it.
Yeah.
And I have hope about Doom in a TDM style as well. I think TDM is more suited to Doom.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see, but from what I've seen, I think it's more TDM suited. It could be a great game to push TDM.
Yeah. And also, there's Overwatch coming, which is a bit more on the edge of what people would appreciate as an arena FPS game. But do you have any thoughts about that? Just looking at kind of the future of games, FPS games which aren't Counter-Strike, essentially.
I think Overwatch is going to have a huge success. I think I know that Cypher is going to play it a ton. He's probably going to find a team and play.
Yeah.
I know Faz is playing, Sturm is playing. A lot of people from Quake are playing.
I think a lot of the TF2 guys have also moved over, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So
there will be a lot of teams and probably a huge cash prize.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
On Blizzard tournaments. So yeah, it's going to be a big game, pretty sure.
Yeah, it's just a shame.
Doesn't mean it's good. But
yeah.
I haven't played it yet, so I don't know.
No, well, I don't think any of us have. But I mean, it's interesting from the perspective that games like Call of Duty are being moved away from, and games like, I wouldn't call Overwatch anything like Quake, but it's got rockets in it. It's got plasma in it. It's got some elements that kind of harken back to the glory days of arena FPS games, and that's, for me, it's better than Call of Duty. It's moving in that direction, which I find more appealing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So maybe we'll get to a, maybe that will force. I know there's Diabotical also. Have you played that at all?
No, actually. Well,
okay.
Is there? Can you play it? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some private testing going on at the moment that you can get involved with, and that game is, again, it's kind of, that's more of a pure kind of dual kind of experience, and there's all these like interesting titles. Would you be interested in going pro again? Like, if, let's say, there was a dual game like a Reflex or Diabotical that you really enjoyed the gameplay of, would you be enjoy trying to push for those first place positions, or are you kind of, is that in the past now?
No. I think if I wanted to go pro again, I would need a game that is really close to Quake. I wouldn't have time to put or motivation to put enough time to be good at something I'm not good.
Yeah.
So.
And is that really close in terms of
really
movement and like general?
Maybe Doom actually.
All right.
Overwatch,
really?
I think, is kind of easy. Like,
yeah.
It looked easy. I mean, not, much more team play than skill.
Yeah.
Individual skill, but yeah, why not?
Cool. Do you have any questions, Greth?
No, I think you covered everything quite nicely.
Cool. Anything from chat? Just one or two more, and then we'll be done. And then I think we might actually might possibly done for the stream for now. We might take a bit of a break and work out. We'll come back in a little bit with more games. No, I can't see any interesting questions. There's just lots of smiley faces of various different angles. So yeah, it'd be good to talk to you. Thanks for that, and good luck with the finals, semi-finals. I must ask, because I'm probably getting an opportunity, what are you going to do with your goods if you win?
I don't know. I'll probably test them.
Yeah.
And probably, I think I will at least keep the headsets.
Yeah.
I think they're quite good because mine are wasted.
Yeah.
But then I have to try because like for mice, I'm really touchy.
Yeah. Do you have a very dialed in?
It's because of the wheel.
Oh, okay.
I need the feeling that's good for me.
Yeah.
So, it's rare that I can find it in other mouse.
So, actually, that's something, before you go, that's something we want to touch on. I think you might be the only player that uses the mouse wheel. Why?
Because I always played like this.
Is it just from, like, you got used to it and...
And I just never changed.
And how do you deal with, like, if you need to be 4 weapons away from where you are, like, immediately? Do you just have to kind of predict what you need next, so you've got to be close?
No, I just know, like, instinctively.
Oh, really?
Maybe I had to think before, but...
yeah.
Like, I even know what map I'm on, and if I have all weapons, I know that there's no rail on Dem0n, for example.
Yeah.
So I know how many scrolls I have to do.
Oh, wow. So it's just, like, completely ingrained. Oh,
exactly.
That's really interesting. And I don't know of any other players that, like, use that.
People used to say Sparty does it, but he actually does it only on 2 weapons.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
I do it on everyone.
And have you ever tried with like keybinds or?
Actually, because I tried Reflex, so I had to.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because they had no whip next, whip prep.
Yeah.
So I had to try, and actually it was okay.
Okay. All that time you could have just been using weapon binds.
Yeah, but I don't see the point.
Yeah, I suppose like once you've got so good at something, it doesn't make sense to kind of move over.
Exactly.
Because
I think I was at the point that it's more about tactics, mind games.
yeah.
How you feeling on the day. It's not
Cool.
about mechanics, I think, at this point.
And do you have final question? I could just go on forever. Final question: do you have a favorite map of the map pool and a least favorite map that you don't want to be like?
Is there a Tournament 4? No, I don't think so.
No.
Well, my favorite map of the pool is obviously Furious Heights. I think people know that I really like this map. And I'd say my least favorite map is Cure.
Oh, really?
I could never beat so many people on it. Like,
because we're seeing a lot of maps being played. It seems to be quite popular today, Cure.
yeah, it is.
I suppose it's kind of a lot of people play it maybe in TDM and other modes, so they know it from that. Like not competitive TDM, but I mean like just when you were playing Quake with mates, it's one of those maps you see.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I've played Freefall and TDM on Cure in the past. Those are the days. But yeah, great to talk to you, and good luck with the finals. And yeah,
thank you.
Have a lovely weekend for the rest of it.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for the interview.
Cool, no problem. Right, we're just going to go to a break for a little bit now. I'll just mute this. So yeah, we'll be back with remaining games of the day shortly, and enjoy some Quake Live music or Quake theme music.